Welcome to the September 5th Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. If you had a chance to look at this.
I have some motion to approve the minutes.
Been moved. I'll second. Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Beth, you have any communications?
No.
Before we go further, I've asked the street department to come in for a couple of reasons. First reason being, they've done a lot of work out there at the tower site, clearing trees and so forth. And I know last year I asked you to do McDonald Drive and really appreciate all your help. These guys are saving the city quite a bit of money by doing the work you're doing. I really appreciate that. The second reason I've asked them in this morning, really, and I'm gonna let Tiffany take over from here if you would.
So, quarterly, the chamber chooses shining stars and double eyes for the community. And at our last board meeting, we voted to award Dwayne Border with a shining star for everything he does to help the city, help with festivals. Julie and I have realized we can give him a call and he'll do whatever he can to help us out. So we wanted to present that award to Dwayne this morning.
Thank you.
I didn't even see that. And then chamber board members and ambassadors can come on up. Everything.
Yep.
There you go. And then when I take this photo, I'm gonna have to get your guys' names real quick.
Okay. Thanks.
So
Don't
don't
be mad at, don't be mad at your team.
Well, I'm not one for surprises, so.
Surprise.
Surprise.
It's a good Friday morning.
Don't
Yeah.
be mad at me.
Andy win.
Wait.
Is it-
WYNN.
Okay,
Lauren, Lauren, Ignoffo, IGNASF.
Joe.
Don't confuse me. Sydney Border. Is it S or VINDY?
General.
Chuck Gibbons. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep,
Oh, you're
thanks.
fine.
Yep.
Oh, you were in there too.
We're all fun.
Great. Thank you. But the guys at the back of the room are the ones that really do all the work. They're the ones that make things easy for me. So thanks to you guys too.
Okay, we have. Yes, the properties to discuss, so we need to have a motion to open the public hearing. So moved. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I think Andy's gonna kind of give us, Andy Schaus gonna kind of give us update on some of these. So we'll take them one by one. 550 Race Street.
That's the Howard properties. Quite honestly, it's been a problem for a while. And there's been no progress on it, and I'd like to move forward with this one. I understand, I know. Mr. Howard's son is here, and he's in nursing home, is that correct? So I know there's some complications there, but I think you need to figure something out. It's been a problem for years.
Zach, we talked on the phone, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
So what's your plan on that? I mean, it needs to.
Medicaid was supposed to take the house up until this month. We just found out that I may be able to take it. I was advised not to say my official plans with it until he's on Medicaid. We've been dealing with Medicaid this whole time. He's still not officially on Medicaid. It was like 17 grand to the nursing home because Medicaid hasn't officially kicked in yet. I just talked to Thomas Vick Law Firm. to get it transferred. I'll be down there Wednesday, gotta get a notary and everything. We were waiting on Medicaid to take it. They were dragging their feet about getting him on Medicaid. We just found out this recent development. If I take it, I understand it needs to be torn down or brought up to code. There's a neighbor that's interested in purchasing it. He's aware of the situation. So it will be taken care of. We were just waiting on
But no activity can really happen until you make sure it's in your name completely, correct?
Yeah, it's not in my name at the moment. It's still technically his property.
We can't hold him responsible for it because it's not in his name. I think we still need to take action on it. Just because right now it doesn't fall in Zach's lap for responsibility. I understand the situation could change, but I would still like to take action on it. Because in case something doesn't happen, I mean, honestly, I mean, I know Zach is trying, but I mean.
Yeah, so in other words, Medicaid or Medicare, whoever, if they take that property over, they could.
Yeah,
correct?
that was the plan.
I mean, we need to still send the message that something's gonna happen with this property. You gotta do something with it, no matter whose hands it falls in, correct? Am I right, Andy Perkins? So our next step, Heather, is to go ahead and vote to condemn that property. And then if it comes in Zach's hands, he can either sell it, clean it up, or demolish it, right? Okay. And then whoever hands, we need some action on it from somebody, and if it does end up in Medicaid's hands, then they gotta act on it, so I move that we condemn that 550 Ray Street.
Second?
To affirm.
Confirm the order, so there's been an order? Okay,
In the packet.
okay, all right,
All of these come.
gotcha, oh yeah, okay,
There's an order.
sorry. Remember seeing all that, yeah, gotcha, so I'll make a motion to affirm the order.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, 717 Main, I believe we have some representatives here.
And that was through Heather's office, not ours. So she'd be able to fill you in on that one.
That was, that's been inspected, I assume, or looked at.
Wasn't sure if you'd be here on time.
So I guess we'll ask you the same question. What's your plan with it? We have our concerns of the neighboring buildings, getting them sealed up at the very least.
Morning, I'm Amy Jacobson and Devin Martinez. We just purchased the property in March or April. We were under the assumption that everything was fine, that the building was sealed and everything was fine and up to the code. Until I spoke with Heather after I got your order. We recently replaced the back door. to the
Walk door.
building and everything has been sealed as far as we know and tell. We have contacted Rochester Glass to replace that front door, that front window that is boarded up. We have been working on. So we are trying. We were not under the assumption, we didn't know that this was an issue until we got your order.
It's been an issue for a long time, so. So what you, here's my thought, and you can tell me whether I'm right or not. As long as she's in communication with your, with Gary on the progress, is that satisfactory?
As long as there is some progress, and we had to postpone our inspection yesterday, which we'll do later this morning since they were able to make it today.
Okay.
Gary and I will walk through to see what the inside is and then a little further on their future.
Kind of give
plans.
you guys some ideas on what needs to be done as well, so. I would really highly recommend working closely with Gary. He's a very fair guy, but he will give you insight on what you need to do and what he's looking for, and it'll be an educational time for you as well. So, okay, so we'll just wait, we'll be patient with that property as long as we're. Do what?
You could affirm the order and Heather and I could hold off filing anything.
Okay,
Or you could continue it and basically set it for a hearing next month, just to check on the progress yourself.
kind of like we've done on other property. Okay, if we affirm the order, and you hold it, we're just kind of waiting on progress reports from the, okay.
Yeah, if you affirm the order, then you don't have to have a hearing again, but it doesn't mean that.
Okay.
I can't continue to work with Heather and hold off.
That seems like it'd be the simplest way. So I think I'll move to affirm that order.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then you guys just work with their office and Gary and try and get it to where we're sure it's not doing any neighboring damage. So appreciate you coming this morning. And, so, okay. All right, next item is 1600 Wallace Street. Is there any representatives here for that?
They're not, should have received all of these in an email. He did come in, it was another new owner, but he did come in and got a permit. And if you've driven by there recently, he did tear the fence down and start cleaning up some of the yard. They do have plans to remodel the whole house. It's just-
So that's one you were telling me yesterday, is you're seeing some progress on?
Yeah, they've done quite a bit of work.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, there's been good progress on it.
So Andy, you probably say the same thing on that, affirm the order, but watch the progress? Or what do you feel? Is that a little different or?
If you feel like it's satisfactory, then you can affirm the order, and then, if Heather feels like it's adequate, then we can end up closing that case without
I
violence.
just soon close this public hearing when it's over with today, so let's go ahead and affirm the order on that as well. I'll move to do so.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll handle that like we did the 717 Main Street then. Okay. What about 1526 Wallace? Same kind of situation or not?
Well, this one,
It actually has new owners.
well, they will, well, hopefully, the property was purchased on tax certificate sale last September. And I believe Andy said the new owner will most likely receive deed in October as long as the current owner doesn't come back. But in the property card, it's in care of Bill Willard. And he so kindly brought me all the letters back and told me not to send them anymore. So he said that it's his sister's property and her sister-in-law, and he doesn't know where she's located at. She has some health issues, mental health issues, and last he knew she was in Logansport, and now he doesn't know where she's at. So he doesn't have the ability to do anything to the property, and hopefully they'll get new owners in October who are very well known in the community. So I'm sure something will be done once they get ownership of that property.
So again, handle this like we did the previous two.
Yeah, I would say just in case, it may be something we, in a practical sense, can't do anything with right now. But I think as long as you agree with the findings of the order, I would go ahead and affirm it. I don't think the practical hurdles that we're gonna face in ownership over the next 30 days affect your review of the building inspector's order.
I'll move to affirm the order on that one as well.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Nothing else on this that we have, right? Any motion to close the public hearing?
Motion to close public hearing.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Under old business, it's just a leachate amendment. I was waiting for a signed document back from Republic. We had, they had a couple amendments and I ran it through Marcus, ran it through Andy Perkins. We were in agreement that was okay. Proceed, so I signed it and sent it to them, waiting for a signed document back. Confirming that. Have not received that yet, so it's only old business I have. Is there anything else? New business, I was at student council yesterday morning. They're planning their homecoming parade. Guys, Andy and TJ, Dwayne, you guys, I assume it's basically the same route. I think they use a parking lot to Council on Aging to set up, and then they go down 7th to Main, and then Main down to 15th, and then back to high school.
We don't need anything from Dwayne, but we don't block streets, put barrels or anything.
You don't? Okay.
We lead them, sheriff's department's involved with that since they're involved with the schools anyway.
We still have to notify NDOT on that, or we don't?
No, we're not closing the roads,
Okay.
just like a funeral.
Oh, okay, okay.
We lead everyone. And yeah, it's no issue.
Okay. They were, I told them I'd look into it and let them know right away and make sure, if there's permitting to happen, it would happen. So we're good with that. It's October 3rd. It's October 3rd. I think it's, I want to say 5 o'clock, 5:30, maybe.
Maybe 5:30 to 6, game usually starts at 7, so.
Yeah.
You said October 3rd?
Yeah. Okay. There's a quote we have, a couple quotes actually, looking at putting a panic button, which the county kind of does, in most of their facilities. For especially, this end of the building where we have a lot of women working, where something really disturbing happens in the front lobby or somebody comes in, they can hit a button. You go straight to 911, correct? That also notify you. It doesn't notify you.
Notify us through 911.
Okay. So I got a recommendation from Matt Campbell on this. So I need approval for this one quote with the Xerox IT Solutions of $3,872.24. And it would be it's the same system that the county has, so it'll be easy to install, maintain and so forth. So I'm gonna ask for a recommendation or a Xerox IT Solutions.
I'll make a motion that we approve the quote of $3,873.24 with the Xerox vendor on their panic button estimate and contract.
Well, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passed.
So the other quotes in here?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, Tiffany, what you got on the cook off?
Submitted the permit application and all the documents with it. The emergency plan hasn't changed from last year or previous years. The emergency evacuation route's the same. The only change I would like to ask for is could we use City Hall's parking lot for the swap meet area? That would free up Main Street for more cars. Like last year, ton of cars, they were parking everywhere. I spoke with Doug and Jana Vance, who ran the swap meet last year, and they said City Hall's parking lot would be sufficient. Cars come in, they unload their stuff, they go park and then set up tables. So it's not, we don't need a tent or anything, it's just tables with their products to sell. If we could use that, they come in around 6 AM. So we wouldn't need like it blocked off as long as they're here or we get someone there in time to keep cars from parking there at 6 AM. There was some confusion last year too with getting into drop off for the swap meet, then other cars were following them in, and they were having to chase cars out of the car show area. So we just thought maybe if we were able to utilize this parking lot, that's gonna separate it. So we aren't gonna have cars coming in on the north end and getting confused. But other than
I
that,
would recommend blocking off the parking lot. Yeah,
Okay.
just block it off until they show up
okay,
and then they can let themselves in or have somebody there.
okay,
Let them in just because
just, okay,
if there's an open parking lot, people are gonna pull
That's
a
true.
trailer in there or something and
okay.
mess them all up for you.
So you guys will take care of that, Dwayne?
Yep.
But all the road closures are the same as previous years.
You got all the paperwork on that, Jane, or you showed it to me yesterday briefly, so need a motion to approve that permit
I'll make a motion, we approve that permit for the city parking lot,
as well as.
as well as the chili
Yeah.
cook-off and hot rods. Sorry.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed, okay. Do what? Yeah.
The swap meet,
Okay.
okay.
Date of the chili cook-off? did you say?
October 11th.
Thank you.
I should be going with the flag up there.
Let me ask you
Yes,
something
I was gonna.
as well.
Okay.
I need somebody to judge. Okay, anything else on that, Tiffany? Yep,
No, I was gonna, I have a bit of new business after Tiffany's done.
That was all I had.
go ahead.
Joe's Hope reached out to RDP last night and would like to extend lunches, the Monday lunch in Centennial Park through September. And he's having a great time and it's for a great cause.
Do we need to permit that? I don't remember.
We did it
Yeah,
before.
we did.
Yes.
Okay, I'll move
Yeah.
that, we allow that to happen.
We don't like to tell him no.
I second with enthusiasm.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Julie said through September. Yeah.
Okay.
And if the weather holds, I presume we'll be having this conversation in October.
So is he having people coming in, obviously?
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yes, it. They whittle away.
okay. Mr. Dan, how are you?
Hello, I'm Dan McCarthy with the Nickel Plate Trail. And I'm here to just ask that your approval to have an event on the extension of the Nickel Plate Trail. We're trying to bring our citizens into that extension on the trail. And this would be October 11th, the same weekend as the chili cook-off. And what we're gonna have on there is called a plein air painting event. And that's where artists from around the region come and they set up their easels and they paint something along the Nickel Plate Trail, the extension of the trail. It might be those railroad cars or that really big catalpa tree or some kind of a garden or something like that. I think since Dwayne won the Shining Star Award, I would think he would set up an easel and paint some of the flowers. We could sell that painting for big dollars at the Nickel Plate Trail. But yeah, the whole idea behind it is to just bring awareness to the extension of the trail. And we'd make big money off of your painting. I'm sure, Dwayne, you have a lot of credentials. So, yeah, just, if it's during chili cook-off weekend, it would bring other people in who would go, wow, oh, wow, they've got a trail that goes all the way to Kokomo. That would be another reason to come in there for that. So just wanted to see if we could get approval to do that on the extension of the trail.
Yeah, there's no problem with that on you.
A special event permit application, did you complete that?
No, all I did was call here and get permission to be on the agenda.
And, okay.
So, but
Pick up from Kelly, an event application, sorry, change your heads in the way. Okay.
good.
Go right over there after the meeting and see her and get one of those, but we'll approve it pending you filling that out. So I'll move to approve.
Second.
Moving and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. Great
Appreciate all
idea.
your work on that trail and to all your people, we appreciate all their work on that as well. Okay.
We were just gonna get permission first. It's gonna be an all day event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any other new business?
Mayor.
Yeah.
Since we have Dan here on the Nickel Plate, I do have a question about the maintenance. The city has been mowing that up to now. Does the Nickel Plate, do you guys maintain the other portions of it? I guess that's a question. Is that for us to do? I mean, we don't mind doing it, but if that's, we don't want to overstep either.
We really appreciate the fact that you guys are mowing from the gazebo area. And then if you could continue to maintain from the gazebo, all the Rochester portions that just got added, we would appreciate that a big amount. We just have about 6 old guys who are maintaining the 41 miles of that trail. So your help is greatly appreciated from the gazebo north, but we do maintain from there south.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
All right, any other new business? Do you have anything more you want to say, Julie, on?
Thank you for Nickel Plate was awesome. Festival, I'm not sure if we've all seen each other since, but it was fantastic turnout. 4 times of what we had the years before, but also we just exited a heat wave. So couldn't thank enough the people that came, the volunteers, all the times you guys said yes. And just onward to the chili cook-off. It's Tiffany's turn.
Okay. All right, go to the reports, Chief Shots.
Good morning. For the month of August, there were, you got my report, 29 accidents. We issued 156 warnings, 46 detentions, 26 blockouts, 227 stops, 24 case reports, 839 incidents. And then you have crimes that were allowed for. Other than that, Max Loper started this week. Monday was his first day, getting through 40-hour pre-basic, and then we'll get him in a uniform and start putting him through the FTO process. Both of our Fords, top gear, waiting to get set up. And I think that's it right now, unless you have questions.
Andy, what qualifies as an incident? It looks like it had a huge jump in March and it's stayed around the 800, 900 level ever since.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into that.
Okay, it's not counting any of the things above it,
What's that?
not counting any of these other accidents, warnings, offenses, or any of that
No,
stuff.
an incident is an incident, whether it's a
Okay.
call for service, whether it's a traffic stop, whether
Okay.
it's a foot patrol, whether it's.
All right, thanks.
Okay. Chief Du Bois.
Month of August, 41 medical, so those went up again. Structure fire two hazmat scenes, one was a local gas spill, and then second one was, we went up to Plymouth and helped out with that Zentus spill up there. That was multi-day, multi-department ordeal. One vehicle fire, 2 alarms, 6 accidents, 2 coroner assists. 3 event protection or public events, 1 gas leak, 2 CO checks, 2 burning complaints for a total of 64 fault volume, 570 for the entire year. Down to personnel, Michael Woods has officially retired. I believe that put him roughly at 25 years. And we had 2 volunteers leave. Both of them are moving out of town. One moved back to Peru, one moved to Knox. The boat is full in the trailer. Everything is equipped with it now this time. And we plan on picking that up Wednesday the 10th. Drafting at the lake went fairly decent. We had to stop a few times, we left a few boats out, but other than that, we were able to pull off filling those tankers and timing that out. It took roughly about 5 minutes to fill the tanker. When we fill a tanker off a hydrant, it takes about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So it's not a huge loss of time.
That tanker, does it have the vacuum on it, or you have to set a pump?
No, they're not vacuum. We have to pump to it. So we have to dedicate a pump to that site and then fill that way.
So how far can you pump it to a tanker? Pretty good ways.
Rule of thumb, I mean, 300 feet or more, and then we would have to probably hook another pump to it. We've had to do that before where we relay water. We start to lose pressure with friction loss.
Yeah.
After
I was asked, there's an easement that I was made aware of that somebody would like to, and it's been talked about before. And the question was raised that it was never allowed because they needed to get the truck clear down to the lake to draft.
So ideally, we want to get that truck within 20 to 30 feet of that water. 30
Mhm.
feet, it's pushing, and because the hard section that comes out the back, the couplings, it starts to put pressure on those couplings. They're 10 foot long, and the more couplings you have, the more air leaks you have, which creates
And those lines, what size is that you're filling that? Is that 8-inch or 6-inch?
5,000
What's your capacity on those tankers?
gallons. We're filling that 3,000 gallons in just under 5 minutes. And part of that is we have to keep the pressure down. We can't fill the tank more than 100 PSI. Volume isn't an issue, it's the pressure we have to keep down. We'll blow the baffles out, or the poly tanks, we can crack the tank. So
Is that what you guys were doing the other night?
at the landing, yeah, and then we went over to fill the others. Yeah, we dumped over at the other side. That was more just to give us a timeline, how long it takes to make a trip down, dump, and then come back.
Okay.
I did call the DNR on that. They had no issue with us using that. Backup plan was just to tell everybody that Trent wanted the lake refilled, so we were.
Well, I think you pulled out.
Back
more
what
than
you
put-
took out.
Pulled out more, there was no water going over the dams. I think you pulled out more than you put back.
Well, it's on the other side. It's got to work its way back.
No, it went fairly well. Other than that break, we had about 4 boats lined up, all needed out at the same time, so wasn't a major deal, but we were able, we did about 7 cycles of it, got a good data from it. So it's a good backup plan while we're down to 1 pump in the city for the water tower system. Special projects, fire prevention is coming up. We wanted to request that we can do our smoke detector fundraiser. We haven't done that in the last few years. The Red Cross has been donating the smoke detectors, and they gave us 20 this year for going door to door, not over like we normally do. And we normally go through 40 to 45, so we do not have enough. We're gonna have to fund that somehow. So typically, we just hold signage that sits in front of the station for the month of October, which is fire prevention month. There's no issue with that. We'll continue with that. We can continue purchasing smoke detectors. And then station, we've been replacing the exterior lights. We were having some issues with those. I think the back lights weren't working at all. We've got most of those replaced. Now we're doing the truck bay lights next. And then we got all the extra doors painted at this point. They were starting to show signs of rust and one of them had a hole in the bottom, so we thought maybe it's time to update that paint, try and keep that corrosion down.
All right. Very good. Anything else? At all?
That's all.
All right, Marcus in here, Derek's not here. Stormwater, Randy.
Yeah, yesterday we was at McDonald's Drive pothole and, locates for fiber optics, water main. Then, so far to date, we've cleaned 7 miles of storm sewer and recorded it. The other thing is, so far, we've ran across state, cross bores. And, what I'm wondering is if there's some way you could put in a permit or whatever that they have to video before and video after when they do borings. Because like I said, there's 8 of them so far and we've only cut one because we're sitting in there with a camera checking everything before we go in. The one time we did, and we cut through one of Derek's water lines. But it was just a thought that way, because I know Marcus has got some that where they've bored through his sewer line. But if you can video before, video after to make sure they're not in there, it's gonna save somebody problems later on. Cause if you don't go in there with a camera and you start root cutting and you cut through a gas line, you're gonna have problems.
Are we gonna have this somebody would we have that some resolution to do that?
If we're adding an additional requirement,
Right.
it sounds like we probably need to amend the ordinance, so that has to go front council.
Yeah, we need to do that because this is ridiculous. So what do you do like in?
We had an issue years ago where NIPSCO did that and we had an evacuation over there on Arrowhead. Because once they got into the sewer line, now that gas is going into all the houses. That's a great idea, I think.
So in a sewer line situation, I mean, it's probably a gravity line on both ways, storm sewer and wastewater, right?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that when you gotta maintain a grade on both of those? How do you deal with that issue? I'm asking
As far
you.
as where the gas goes, as far as where the gas goes.
No, I'm talking about if, like you said, you found a sewer line that was bored through the stormwater.
Oh, no, Marcus has water lines and gas lines bored through his storm sewers.
Oh, okay. Anything pressurized, obviously you can reroute, but if you got 2 gravity systems cut through each other, how do you adjust for that?
Yeah.
But you haven't found anything like that yet.
Oh, okay. In fact, over on Monroe, I didn't put that one on there. They've actually built the storm manhole over the top of the water main. So when the water comes down 11th Street, headed west, it goes into the manhole, fills up till it gets over the water main, then runs over and then continues on west. So, and we found manholes, there's a manhole at 10th and Main where they bored through the side of it with a water main, or there's a main line running through. So I see it as a major issue, like I said, if somebody comes through there. Because when we go through with the chain cutter, it looks like fire down in there, so. If you hit one.
You got gas built up in there, yeah, you're gonna have a problem. Quickly.
So can we have that drafted by the next council meeting, that resolution maybe?
Yeah, I'll need to call and get some particulars.
So call, who, Randy?
I'll probably start a draft and call Randy. Ask him to look at it.
Okay, you good with that?
Yeah. And then the other night after it rained, I come in, there isn't any water standing down by Mike Anderson. We got that cleaned out. We got the concrete. And then over here on Monroe,
after we got through Ed, there wasn't any water standing there. And the majority of this week, we've been sitting on 11th of Main, trying to clean all the sand out of the storm sewer. So that's it.
All right.
Big clean one. So did you, we extended the, rental for the truck?
Yeah, we're good. We're extended that till the end of September.
Dwayne?
You have my report. Our bucket truck is down, the gearbox that drives the lift on the bucket is bad. The gearbox is bad, so we're waiting from T-Rex to get the part and a service call. We used to have a T-Rex dealer up at Bourbon, which made it really convenient, but they're closed now, so now we're having to pull from a regional area. So it's taken some time, but we haven't sold the old bucket truck yet, so we've been utilizing it in the meantime. And more to come on that. Currently performing street inventory with the Violytics program that we purchased this year. Should have the initial inventory done next week. So far, we've done 28 miles out of roughly 50 miles of streets that we have. So we're better than halfway, and the program is great. It also, as it goes down the street, it also takes pictures of all the street signs and locates them. So it populates a map of where all the street signs are at. And pretty awesome program.
Is it grading those as well?
Yeah, yes, it does. Yep, and it'll tell us whether the sign's dirty or whatever. The one thing that I'm looking at as a ongoing project, it's stuff that should have been done several years ago, but we have several signs that need to be upgraded, and all the posts, not all, but a majority of the posts in town need to be upgraded to the square tube instead of the YouTube channel sign or a post that they have now. So we'll be starting on that probably this next year once we get all the information in. And then
Is the grant still available for that, isn't there, or not?
I'll have to check with Jody. That might be something if we can look at for next year. I know there was one.
Yeah,
Years last year.
A year
Yeah.
or so ago, there was one, she mentioned to us at that time.
I got called out Wednesday night for a tree down on West Side Drive. That's hasn't been a common occurrence there when we've had storms. Just the ground along there, and then you've got part of the that swampy area there on the west side of the drive that the trees just aren't stable. So we get a big wind and one comes down. So last time it took down power lines, so that one took a little bit. McDonald Drive extension project has started this week. The projected finish date is the end of October. However, they feel that they may be done before that. The drive for Industrial Park and the water tower is getting ready to start. Garrick's done with the sewer line for the most part, so he's getting ready to get the material ordered and the grader in to start cutting that road in. And something that we need to start working on is getting that piece, that drive added to our street inventory. It's going to need a name, and so we need to get that piece done for that so we can get it in our inventory so that if, if we can, if there's any grants for any work on that it would be eligible for it. So we need to get that process started.
Where is?
For the industrial park, the water tower,
Oh, okay.
that's broken.
Yeah.
I do need, I don't know if I need it, but I feel like before the groundbreaking on the 16th, I think we've kind of talked about this, but as far as a name for our industrial park, I'd like to feature that name. Because we're really trying to feature with the news stations, that we have one, or getting the utilities for one.
Yeah.
I think generally people were thinking just the Rochester Industrial Park. If anybody has any better ideas on that, let me know right away. I don't really know who can make that decision, Andy Perkins. Is that a Board of Works decision to make that decision on how we name an industrial park? I know it is on the streets, right?
Right, well, it's gonna be a street.
Well, but I mean, that street we'd have to name as well, but as far as the general industrial park, I mean, at some point we get the trees cleared out where you've got good vision from 31, we'd like to have a sign out there, and what's that sign gonna say, and how do we start featuring it? I think we need to, with the South Bend news stations coming down for the groundbreaking, we need to have a name for our industrial park.
Street decision. So yes, I think it falls to you. Board of Works. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's get the marketing gurus busy. These
Okay.
guys count them off.
I mean, yeah, okay, all right. But, we'll get a name also for the road, and interested in your thoughts on that, because you know what every name of road is around town. We don't want to duplicate, or we can't duplicate, obviously, but what.
Let me know what you think.
Maybe we could do a contest or something.
I mean, if we, I don't know that we have to have to be official right away, but if we know or have an idea what that is, I could get street signs made. We could have a post with a street sign out there by the 16th.
For that drive?
Name is, even if it's not, if we don't have the official process done yet, we could still get that part of it done.
Okay.
That way it's already out there and you can see it.
Okay. All right, well, we'll talk about it amongst us, and we'll make it, we won't be meeting until after the 16th, so we'll make whatever we decide, I guess, official afterward. Is that okay with you, Andy?
No.
Okay, we'll come up with something pretty good.
No.
What's that? Border Drive?
Avenue for the street.
Yeah, I might be a shining star, but I'm not creative. 4th Street repave and sidewalk project. I just talked to Phil Bowers this morning. They're getting a job finished up in the Plymouth area. Once they're done with that, then they're coming down here. So the early start date is the 18th of September, and late date start is going to be the 24th. So there's a window between the 18th and 24th is when they're going to start 4th Street repave between Main Street and the railroad tracks. They're also going to fix the hump that's there so that that's smoothed out. That actually is very near and dear to Phil's heart, because he came across that one day and it knocked a coffee cup out of his holder and spilled all over his clothes. He had to go back home and change before he went to work. So he's very aware that that has to be fixed. Also, then after that's done, then they'll move to the park and do the street around City Park for that portion of it.
Are you getting signs made for that too?
I already have the signs. Yep. Yep. The park, part of the, I'll leave over to Landon to brief.
Good.
Park department goes, we just recently finished winterizing the city pool. The pool facility will finish winterizing that in October. As far as the splash pad goes, our last day is gonna be September 14th. And then the park house on 329 West 13th Street, scheduled to be torn down in October. We're just waiting on NIPSCO to remove the gas line over there.
We did get 2 bids on that, and Matt Baker was a lower bid.
We had 3 bids
Oh,
actually.
you did? Okay.
He was a little bit.
Matt was the low one? Okay. All right. Anything else, Landon?
Nope.
Had a good year?
Yep, great year.
It showed. Appreciate your help. All right. Any other reports? Comments? Okay, I need a motion for the claims. Oh, wait a minute. Legal, Andy, you have anything further?
We do not.
ADA issues, nothing there. Okay.
Make a motion that we approve claims 44,109 through 294 totaling $291,407.42. Same time approving payroll for the periods of August 18th through August 31st, twenty twenty-five totaling $248,165.27.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks, everyone.